everyone, it's a day to celebrate because we are making cinnamon toast. This is one of my favorite all-time childhood memories of eating breakfast. This one is going to be really beautiful. So cinnamon toast is something that is awesome. It's so tasty and it looks beautiful on camera. There's several things you can do to make yours look fantastic, and one of them starts with your bread. You really want to use a thick cut country bread. I love white bread for this recipe. You could also do an egg-based bread like a brioche or a sweeter bread. Just make sure it's thick cut and hearty because that's gonna hold up to the butter and the cinnamon sugar. You will also notice that we have our toast on a silicone baking mat. This mat is perfect for cinnamon toast because I'm gonna show you guys a trick in a second where we let the toast set, we turn it over and it sets beautifully on this mat without like anything messing up, without it burning. It's just awesome. We're gonna start off with some melted butter. When you use melted butter, make sure it's really yellow, punchy butter. That yellow color reads on camera and it looks gorgeous and golden. So I like using the grass-fed butter and then melting it for about 15 seconds in the microwave. And we're gonna get a big old scoop of butter here. Oh my word, this is like literally making my mouth water as I spread it. And make sure you spread the butter all the way evenly across the bread. Maybe do like a kind of gentle swoopy motion. You really want to get the butter in the nooks and crannies of the bread because when we put it in the oven, it's going to soak in and make those little yummy little brown, sweet, creamy patches. And just don't be shy. Use all the butter, friends. And I love too, when you see the slices stacked up and they're all melty and gooey and buttery. Just hear angels singing when that happens. And if your butter gets too melty, you can just kind of, you know what, pour it on there. Get it all in that bread. You don't want to use cold butter because cold butter will rip your bread when you try and spread it on. I don't know if anybody's ever done that where you're like starving and you want toast and then you like slice a hole in your bread with the butter. Not cool. Use it softened or melted a little bit. Y'all, you literally cannot mess this up. This is so simple. Some of the most beautiful food to me is the most simple, and you really can't mess them up. All you have to do is pay attention. And y'all are watching this video, so you got this. And as you can see, I kind of ran out of my softened butter, so we're gonna go in with the melted. Just spread this all out. It's still gonna look fantastic. Awesome. Okay, let's talk about the cinnamon sugar mixture. Sorry, my hands are slippery from the butter. This is about 1/3 cup of white sugar. Y'all, I know you're healthy. I know you're doing the paleo thing and you got the coconut and the raws and all that kind of crazy sugar. Just know, trust me, you wanna go white, pure cane sugar. And then add about a teaspoon of cinnamon to it. And then you're just gonna lightly sprinkle this on. You wanna create some pieces on the toast that have a lot of cinnamon sugar, and then leave some pieces where the butter can kind of like shine through the bread so you can get that hint of butter as well. So we can see our ingredients. You know, we're always telling a story with our food. And then this last piece. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Got carried away. All right, so this is all ready to go, and we're gonna put our oven on broil and put this in the oven. Make sure you watch the toast because sugar in a broiling oven has a tendency to go from fab to a hot mess in a second. You'll know it's ready when the edges of the toast are starting to get nice and deep golden brown and the butter's foamy like that. That looks so good. All ovens don't brown evenly and perfectly, and I really like the look of these two pieces, but these I feel like could go a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off the baking sheet, and then we're gonna brown these for a little bit longer. Something's happening on that toast. I think it looks great. Well done, toast. So y'all, another quick little tip. In order to get the topping, the cinnamon sugar topping to set into the toast, we're actually gonna be as careful as you can. I know this is hot. Just flip the toast over on the silicone baking sheet and let it cool that way. And what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna look thick and hearty and kind of crunchy on the top. It's gonna be beautiful. Now it's time to plate our toast. So we've let it cool completely over on this silicone mat, and I'm gonna take them out and stack them. And I love like seeing this beautiful brown color on the edges. So I'm gonna face that towards camera. We're just gonna stack these. I love the look of stacked toast with those pretty edges towards the camera. Beautiful. This looks so good. Oh, I love seeing that like melty butter right there. Gorge. And the piece de resistance right there. That looks amazing. Also, when we do the cinnamon toast, I kind of set a scene here. So we have cinnamon sticks, which kind of point to the fact that we use cinnamon in the recipe. We have this delicious melted grass-fed butter. It's really punchy. It's got that pretty yellow color. And then I also have the cinnamon sugar that I used. And I'm actually gonna take some of this and kind of scatter it around on the surface to kind of create some more texture. And I'll use my right hand so y'all can see. Oh, hey, there you go. You know what, that happened. That looks good. Just add a little bit around. That looks beautiful. Maybe a little bit down here. And I'm gonna kind of position the spoon a little bit in that, like it kind of just haphazardly spilled. We put the cinnamon toast on this green table. Green is a beautiful color contrast with the golden yellow. And also we created some texture out here in the background because the shot is pretty simple and we have a really beautiful, simple bread that we're showing. Creating some visual interest in the back of the shot is always a good idea. We also chose to use a mustard yellow blanket. I love the woven nature of this blanket. It adds some neat little knotting and interest here at the bottom of the frame. So I love the stack idea, and I think it's really cool when you have the chance to take a micro shot of food. You know, some foods in other episodes we've done, they lend themselves to an overhead shot or kind of a wider shot to see all the elements in the recipe. But particularly with this toast, I really want to zoom in close and pour some of that beautiful melted yellow butter down the side so we can really get in, really close in and see the texture of the bread. This shoot has gone so well, I'd like to make a toast.